What's going on, everyone? Thanks for taking some time out of your day to join me for another video. My name is Justin Nguyen, Director of Ad Implementation here at Sunken. Today, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about campaign budgeting and how to set those up, whether you work for an agency or manage your own brand, to make sure you don't go over those ad budgets. All right, so whether you're managing your own brand or multiple brands on Amazon, every single brand is going to have an ad budget that they want to stay within. So we're going to ahead and show you the easiest one to kind of manage is one brand that has one product. And so the first thing you kind of want to do is create a portfolio. Creating a portfolio allows you to set a budget cap for that brand or product, depending on whatever it is, to ensure that you don't overspend whatever your budget is. So I set a budget cap for this product at $10,000, and it's easily changeable. If you go to modify portfolio, right now I have it set up recurring monthly, so every single month my budget cap resets and I have $10,000 to play with. This is if we get a budget increase, or if it's we can change that easily to 15,000 or whatever it is, or like if a brand's heading into off season and they want to reallocate that budget, so we can maybe change it to 5,000. Whatever it really is, you can easily change that in that modify portfolio section there. We'll kind of go ahead and talk a little bit about the daily campaign budgets as well for this brand here. So every single campaign that you've created has a daily budget, and once you kind of hit that budget, it'll stop running for the day. So, you want to keep in mind what those CPCs are and how everything kind of ties into that monthly budget spend-wise. So, if you have let's look at this first campaign. If you have CPCs of $4.86, almost $5, you don't want to have a budget of $20. That's going to be like 4 clicks, and you're going to run out of ads. Your ads are going to pause. You're going to run out of ad spend for the day. So knowing your campaign and knowing your product really ties into what that overall monthly budget should be. All right, and I'll go ahead and hop over to a little bit more of a difficult brand to manage with more SKUs. Okay, so looking at a brand that has multiple different products, it could be a little bit more difficult to manage that budget, especially if like one product is getting a lot more spend than others, reallocating that budget elsewhere, and all those kind of things. So within here, once again, based off of spend history and what you kind of want to do with the product, you can kind of set budget caps individually for each product, and ultimately have that budget cap equal your overall budget for the brand. The difficult thing here is you don't have a max ad spend cap that you can kind of set for all your portfolios. So a trick to kind of do with that, if you want, you can do, and you can actually use this feature in any kind of campaign management, but using a daily budget cap. So let's say you had to spend 9,000. There's 30 days in a month, so that kind of equals out to 300. So your maximum daily budget cap that you can kind of set here would be 300. So no matter how many campaigns you have going, you will never go over $300 a day in ad spend. And that's a trick that you can kind of use to make sure you don't go over that ad budget when you have a lot of different products that you're advertising for all at once within a campaign. All right, last but not least, I want to talk to you quickly about how to manage multiple brands under one seller account and how to manage all those budgets. So it's very, very similar to if you're managing individual products within one brand's account, but now instead of setting your products in the portfolios, you're going to put each brand into your portfolio, especially if you have a lot of brands. I think Amazon itself maximizes or limits your portfolios at 100. I'm not too sure when or if that will ever get increased, but just keep that in mind. So, when setting up a portfolio, same exact way, you can set a budget for each and every one of your brands. The big thing here, if you're managing multiple brands, you can't really set a daily budget cap, since you can't really add up every single one of your brand's budgets like that, and it doesn't really make sense to do that and limit yourself that way. So yeah, the setup is pretty much the same thing. One thing I didn't talk about earlier was Amazon also alerts you when campaigns are your daily campaigns are running out of budget. So this is a quick example here. This one's still delivering, but it's probably going to be running out of budget soon. But you can always filter out by almost or out of budget. See where you currently stand with like all your campaigns and all your brands and whatnot that are either almost or out of budget. One thing you have to keep in mind is you don't want to just blindly increase this budget based off Amazon's recommendation. If you do that, that may affect your brand's monthly budget. Multiplying this 60 to 130, that's basically doubling that budget, and that will cause you to reach that monthly budget a lot quicker than you would probably hope. So if you decide to increase these daily budgets, you either have to look to optimize elsewhere, either pull back on your other campaigns that are not performing as well, or look to optimize keywords and kind of reduce the spend on those keywords that may not be performing as well to stretch out that budget further. That's all I have time for today. So I hope this helps you with setting up any budgets for any campaigns, and best of luck. Don't forget to make sure you pick up your copy of the 2021 Amazon Advertising Strategy Guide. It's full of tips and tricks that we use to optimize your campaigns and maximize return on ad spend. Pick up your free copy today.